Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor. This first really cool piece of news I've got is from Peter Pumpkin Eater on Twitter at Yes I'll Have Some. He's provided me a lot of good information over the last few months. He tweets this, and you should go to his Twitter feed and follow him, and then you should retweet this. In my opinion, this might be one of the single most important things for the XRP and Ripple community to be involved in ever. And the reason is, I believe this was one of the two congressmen who have proposed legislation to classify cryptocurrencies not as securities, but I think they were talking about creating a new classification for them. But he is tweeting out this article, and I wanted to read you a couple of things from this article. These are quotes from, this is Darren Soto, a Democrat of Florida. And so what everybody on Twitter needs to do, in my opinion, is show this guy some support and show your congressman in your state support, if you're in the United States, for getting behind these guys and helping to get this done. He says, securities laws can be very intense and hurt the market unless it's truly a security. Overall, we hope to establish jurisdiction and classification so we can bring confidence and clarity into the market. There will be, this is a quote from him as well, there will be a role for the CFTC and the FTC to play, and we'll be saving the SEC for true securities, knowing predominantly that these are commodities and currency transactions. The CFTC and FTC are agencies with a lighter touch, and we have a growing consensus among the industry that they'd be appropriate for the majority of these types of cryptocurrency transactions and the nature of these assets. And then this article goes on to explain all of how convoluted things are currently in the United States. First, the Internal Revenue Service has called digital assets property and therefore taxed as such. The CFTC says that some cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin fall under its jurisdiction as a commodity. The SEC Chairman Jay Clayton has said that virtually all ICOs he has seen constitute securities. And then they say recently Representative Soto teamed up with Representative, I believe it was Warren Davidson, to introduce the new legislation which would exclude cryptocurrencies from securities laws, and I think basically create a new classification for this asset class. So these guys are good guys trying to do good work, and so everybody needs to get behind them. It could be an extremely important thing for all of us. Next, now this is huge, folks. Okay, this is very, very huge. At XRP Crypto Wolf had sent me this. The Corda network will serve as a base layer of identity and consensus for all participants and allow the transfer of data and digital assets between communities of nodes, business networks, and different decentralized apps on the Corda platform, which use XRP. And he's linking to an article that said that R3 has announced the launch of the Corda network. And this network, their network, I believe, has like over 300 participants in the network. This is a monster, and I'll show you in a second part of the reason it's a monster. And then XRP Veteran says, nice confirmation, HSBC is using R3 Corda XRP settlement in the near future. It's just a matter of time. And then down here, he credits Tom T _XRP for the HSBC confirmation. Now this, what he was sending out. This is a video from HSBC's website, Blockchain Transforming the Future of Trade Finance. You need to go watch this. He's got a link to it here. Go to @XRP_veteran, follow him and get this video. It'll take you right there. Now, this is big. I watched it, okay? And these guys, I mean, if you want to get excited about what's being built and the network that's being built that Ripple and XRP are a part of, and here I'll show you, you need to watch that video though. This, remember, this is from back on December the 5th. R3's new Corda app supports payments in XRP cryptocurrency. While the settler will be open to all forms of crypto and traditional assets, this demonstration with XRP is the next logical step in showing how widespread acceptance and use of digital assets to transfer value and make payments can be achieved. And as I recall, XRP will be their first digital asset on this platform to be used. How huge is that, folks? And finally, I wanted to show you this, and this is very interesting. I watched this video as well. As we know, so far, we've had India and China, and I'm trying to think of what other big country. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but those are the two big ones. India and China have been nervous about digital assets, and they've been keeping a stranglehold on digital assets. But you should go and watch this. This is from @CNUKE9, okay? He put this up. It says, this is what's coming to digital assets once China opens the floodgates. And when you watch this, you'll realize that the Chinese government may be trying to keep their arms around this. But the Chinese people, and probably the people in India as well, Chinese people, basically, their whole culture went from cash and skipped credit cards, and now they buy everything using barcodes, the same barcodes that we use when we're transacting in digital assets. These guys, in my opinion, China is just a matter of time, just like I say all the time. China will be one of the biggest countries in digital assets. Now, Brad Garlinghouse talks about flipping switches. When China finally flips that switch and frees their people with digital assets, it is on like Donkey Kong. And India, same way. Both of those countries have billions of people. I think billions of people in both. It will be a monster because China, this video, you need to watch it because this video, it shows you that everything they do is on their mobile phone. And that is what digital assets are all about. And so watch that. And then to further make the point, this is an article from back in August of this year. Ripple definitely wants to target China with its blockchain-based payments tech. And this was going around, and then we found out that Ripple was going to open a China office. And they are right now, this is on Ripple's website right now, they're looking for a country manager, China, Shanghai. Ripple is sharpening its focus on the dynamic payments landscape in China. We are looking for our first set of feet on the ground in China to launch and operationalize our brand new Shanghai office. While you won't be charged with doing this on your own, this role requires an extremely high level of autonomy, entrepreneurial energy, and business savvy in order to smoothly bring a new international office online. But I wanted to mention one other thing about what this video said to put this in perspective. They said in this video that there are more payments going through China than anywhere in the world. And the two companies that are the biggest ones are WeChat and Alipay. I believe they said last year, that $5.5 trillion flowed through just those two payment providers, which is pretty amazing. So that just tells you the potential of what's going on over there in China. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family that China and India will come online. It's just a matter of time, like a lot of this is in digital assets. And when they do, it will be a monster. And Ripple is positioning themselves to be over there and involved in it. Also, I'll say again, I mentioned to you earlier about that cryptocurrency exchange platform that got hacked, Cryptopia, and they're still shut down. So if you've not gone and gotten a Ledger Nano S, go in the description of all of my videos and it'll take you straight to their site. They have the Ledger Nano S is now $59, I believe, And the new Ledger X that has Bluetooth and other capabilities is around 119, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but go check for yourself. Thank you for listening.